guys, me host Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Black Krrsantan. I am so happy to have him in my collection. I always say his name wrong, I'm pretty sure of it. Krrsantan? I'm pretty sure that's a bit better. I always call him a different name, I'm sorry. But yes, it's Black Krrsantan from the Star Wars comic series of Black series. So this is still a part of the regular Black series line, but they prefer, I think they use the term publishers or like comic book or something to describe these figures. These are from the comic books. And Black Krrsantan has been featured in many comic books over the years, including the Dr. Aphra comics, and I believe he's going to be featured in the Han Solo and Chewie series that's coming up. And also, I believe he's going to appear in the Obi-Wan. He has appeared in the Obi-Wan comics previously. I've got a feeling he might appear live action in the upcoming Obi-Wan TV series, and he has already appeared in live action in the Book of Boba Fett. So he does come from various different ends of the galaxy, and we finally get our comic book version of him. With this being the first version of him, this is definitely the comic book version. I can see them giving us the Book of Boba Fett version of this character later down the line, just because it's such a popular character now. I think he's definitely become a fan favourite thanks to Book of Boba Fett and introducing us to him. For a lot of people that weren't familiar with the character. But yes, very cool. And I genuinely never thought we'd see this guy in live action. So it's very cool to actually see him, and he does look very awesome on the TV. So let's go ahead and break this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look at Black Krrsantan. So guys, here's the awesome packaging that Black Krrsantan comes in. It is so cool. I do love these publisher style packaging on these figures. They look so nice. So some great artwork there of Krrsantan fighting Obi-Wan with the classic Star Wars logo. Tilt it to the side, we've got his name and a little artist rendering there. And Star Wars The Black series at the bottom. Flipping it over, we get a nice colour art piece with him looking off into the distance, which is pretty cool. And on this side, we get some nice comic book style strip. Goes right through to the bottom, look. That is so nice. So yeah, very nice box art. And if we open it up, we can see the awesome figure itself in the window. But we also get a nice artist proof shot here as well, which is very nice. And there is the little write-up, which I will leave there for you to read. But it does state, the ferocious and skilled Wookiee gladiator turned bounty hunter Black Krrsantan has worked for the likes of Jabba, the Hutt, and Darth Vader. Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and break this guy out of the packaging so we can take a closer look at Black Krrsantan. Alright guys, so here he is out of the packaging, looking pretty cool. I do like this figure a lot already. Loving his look. So the face sculpt on it is pretty decent. Comic book accurate, kind of. He's a little bit on the skinny side, which upsets me a little bit. It's using the old Chewie mold that we've seen countless times. They have just given us a new face sculpt. We've got obviously the armor pieces. I think those were, yeah, they're the original hands for Chewie. This is the original body for Chewie. So yeah, this is all kind of a Chewie remock, to be honest. But they have given us the new armor pieces, obviously, and the new head. So I do hope if they do the version for TV, I do hope they do make him beefier and he's a deluxe figure, just because he needs to have that size to him. But for the comic book version, I'm okay with this so far. This is our first interpretation of the character, let's not forget, so it can only get better from here. The face sculpt on it is actually pretty decent. I do actually like the face sculpt, first of all. That is a new face sculpt. It's not one that I've seen on a Chewie before, as far as I'm aware. Loving the scar and things there. In the comic book, he didn't have the scars on his cheek, I don't think, in the comic book. But obviously in the TV series, they had a lot more scarring on him. Loving his braids and stuff coming off his face. That's very nice. And again, the rest of him is just that Chewie mold that has been repainted. Now, he can carry his bowcaster on his back, which is pretty nice. There is a little place there to put the bowcaster, so I do like that. This is the only way I could find to attach it, but obviously you'd want it that way anyway, because obviously you'd want to put his hand on the hilt of the gun to pull it over, not on the top part, so yeah, I get that. That's nice. There could have been a lot more detailing, I think, in the armour. I think this all being one colour kind of fails it a little bit. I would like to see some of this painted in silver, these painted in brown. I think they could have done a lot more. But like I say, it is the first interpretation of the fig. So On one level, I'm happy to have the brand new figure and, you know, to have Krrsantan in the collection. On the other hand, I think the execution was a little bit lacking on this one. Looking at articulation, so the head can move left and right a little bit. It's very stiff, but it can move a little bit. The arms do lift up at that side hinge and do lift all the way up as well as rotate. There are single hinged elbows that kind of are a bit hindered by Chewie's articulation, but they do work. Hands are on a little ball joint. Not that you can really do much with them, but yeah, you can move them around a little bit. There is the crunch at the abdomen to crunch him backwards and forwards and give him a bit of swivel. Legs lift out to the side, but are hindered by the Wookiee cloth, like the fur piece here that comes down. I can't think of a word for that then. There's a top thigh cut, single hinged knees that also rotate. Feet on this one. Yeah, we've got rocker. Yeah, rocker and pivoter there. And we do have display peg holes, should you wish to use a display peg. Not that you're going to need to. By the way, just to let you guys know, I have found recently that the pegs for Black Series fit very well on the Elite Series bases. So do you remember the Elite Series figures that came out from Disney Store a few years back? Well, these actually work very well for Black Series. So if you have a troublesome Black Series and want like a really cool base for him, these are actually really nice because obviously they do have the Star Wars logo and stuff on them. They just keep them steady. So I've been using this one quite a lot during my recent reviews and things. So yeah, let's get the let's put the bowcaster in his hand as well. Just show you the, see if he can hold it properly. I'm not sure if he can, you know, because Chewie always had trouble holding his own bowcaster, if I remember. Yeah, we're gonna have that same issue we had with Chewie. Them hands are rock hard. The hands are like a solid plastic, and then the gun is like a very soft, pliable plastic. So that's about as good as you're going to get with the bowcaster, but he can hold it, so. To be honest, most of the time for me, it's going to be on his back. I don't think I'm going to display him using it all that much. I do like the fact we do have the option, though, to either give him it in hand or have it on his back. So comparing this figure to the other Chewies, I do have 3 Chewies, but I've dragged 2 down. The third Chewie is pretty much the same. Like, I've got 2 versions that look like this. Obviously, this is based on the Gaming Greats figure, and then we've got the Solo Chewie as well. And I do have another Chewie up on the shelf, but it's the same as this one. Well, it's the same as this one. So yeah, there's not much reason to get the other one down. But yeah, these are the Chewie molds that we've had so far. Glad they chose to do it on this book rather than this one. I know they're very similar, but this one always felt even skinnier to me. I think it is a little bit trimmed down. I'm not sure though, but it feels a lot skinnier. Can't tell if they're the same mold or not, but that one always felt small and skinny. Krrsantan should be taller than Chewie, so I mean, the head sculpt they've given him makes him that little bit taller. But if I'm gonna have him up against Chewie, it's gonna be up against this guy. This is my go-to Chewie. So obviously he is bigger than that. He does look a bit more menacing compared to that one. This guy, I don't know. These two are a bit too similar for me. Not much of a height difference. I do prefer that as a height difference for these two. So I will be using this is my Chewie against this guy if I do any fight scenes. But of course, we didn't only see him with Chewie. We have also seen him in live action. So let's see how he looks standing next to Boba and Shand. If Boba wants to stand for me, there we go. So yeah, not too bad. Great height difference. It looks great opposite Shand and then up against Boba. That's very cool. So it's nice to see them all back together. So yeah, I probably might get away with putting in with the live action stuff, but I probably will wait for a live action version of Krrsantan to do that. What do you guys think? Would you put in with the live action stuff? But the reason I wanted him more than anything is because I'm a big fan of the Aphra comics, so it's very cool to have Aphra reunited with Krrsantan and her droids and things. So I'll probably do some nice shots later on this week with all of them together, because that's where he comes from. He's from the Aphra comics, so it's nice to have him back with Dr. Aphra. But no matter who you're pairing with, we've got Black Krrsantan now in the Black Series. So as much as we can moan about the fact that we didn't get the perfect mold, the perfect head sculpt, at least we've still got a new figure in the line. But guys, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video today, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us, it really helps us out and helps us to keep making awesome videos like this. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye!